What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? Listen, I am back. Mama Denise is actually sitting here looking at all the videos that I was looking at and why I decided to come up with this with this subject and why I decided to go ahead and tap back in. So to give you a recap, we were on there a little bit earlier, and of course, I'm still trying to learn this particular app that I'm using. And when I hit the back button, I shut the whole thing down. I panic. I don't know how to get back on. So y'all bear with a sister. But this one is tapping back in. Y'all done brought me back here, so I'm tapping back in. Listen, so for those, I know y'all know because I've been telling you guys all about this Derrick Jackson scandals. I spelled like my mama's maiden name, spelled completely different. Jaxn is how you spell his last name. So really, I'm not talking about him. I'm actually going to talk about the wife. And the thing about it is that everybody's in on the wife. They're calling her plain Jane. They're saying that the reason why the husband is out there cheating in the first place is because of the way she looked. The woman is having a mental breakdown, all this other good stuff. And so I looked at it the first time I heard the allegations. I looked at it and I didn't see it. And I said, well, maybe I'm looking at something a little bit different. At least I don't see her doing a breakdown, and I don't see where she feels like she's not in control. What I do see is that she's like, listen, I went through some hard times. She did mention a whole year I had left him and I came back. I decided to go ahead and try to make this thing work. And that's the point where I am at this time. She said, you better believe I do see. She goes, I did recognize that he is a changed person. He has all the stuff that he used to do in the past. I don't see him doing it anymore. And I'm going to be a little bit more alive. You'll be seeing a little bit more alive in me and all the other good stuff. And then she did another video where they say she was breaking down again. And I said, no, it just looked like she's doing some Bible warrior stuff there where she's just telling you, listen, I have a coverance over me. If you see this bonnet on my head, this sweatsuit on my body, that's because I'm coming out for battle to let you guys know that I'm strong and I'm not weak. So that's what I got from it. But then I decided to go ahead and join Momma Denise into the conversation. And she was like, look, I need to see these videos, what you're talking about, before I can even understand and speak clearly to it. So that's what she's doing right now. And I told you guys I was coming back at 5:15 and I came back a little bit late. And I'm like, oh my God, you guys are going to get so frustrated with me because I told you before I was coming in at 5 o'clock and then I turned around and I came in at 4. So I came in a little bit earlier. So that's where we at right now. That's where we at. I'm gonna get here and walk over to Mama Denise and we're gonna take it. We're gonna take it from there. I'll be right back. All right. So I'm back. Mama Denise is sitting here and she is watching her videos. So she's getting all of that. And while she's doing that, I'm gonna let her watch those videos a little bit more. And I wanted while she's doing that, what I am gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and give some shout outs. So I'm gonna shout out to all the people that has faith in the Dee Dee Walker live show. I want to thank you so much. All the people who have liked my page, the Dee Dee Walker fan page. I want to thank you guys. All the people, oh my goodness. I hope I don't knock this thing off. See, I don't know how to do this. Oh, good. I'm still on there. Okay. So I want to just say I want to have faith in all the. I'm going to say thank you to people who had faith in the Dee Dee Walker live show by being sponsors. Shout out to our sponsor, which is Remtech Solutions, which is an IT company that takes care of all your IT needs. So all you got to do is worry about your business at hand, whether it's making tea or coffee, biscuits, putting some clothes on somebody's back, or whatever it is that you do. You can work and focus on that, and they'll work on and focus on the IT, because there's nothing like you sitting here trying to get an order out or something and your machine goes down, and then you got to sit and you got to look up an IT company to come and do it. Because you know how we do. We will run those computers until the wheels fall off. And then when it's broken, we're like, oh my God, come and fix it. And But anyway, they'll come and they'll fix it too. So don't worry. They'll do all of that stuff. Also, shout out to Sean Felder. I didn't shout him out in the last video. He was the Dee Walker Live Wine Glass supporter of this month, and then next month is Crazyharry. So when I get a chance, I'll go ahead and tag all of that stuff to this video. So if you guys are looking at it again, or you share it or whatever it is, you'll be able to go back and go look at it. So Mama Denise, are you ready, or are you still listening?
I'm at the point right now where I am listening to Mrs. Derrick talk.
Can they even hear me on here right now? I think my mic is on. I don't know. Can you go and check and see if you hear me? If you go on to the I'm sorry guys. I'm just this whole app, I'm learning it. You saw the fact that we did that little time thing. I put that on there. Just, just a little couple of things. You see the banner is up there. The Dee Walker Live show.
I'm trying to learn.
So yeah, I'm up. I'm up.
It's behind.
It's behind. You guys hear the phones and stuff. You also probably hear birds twerping. We're sitting in the backyard chilling, doing that old southern thing. I love stuff like that. She's listening to the video right now. I guess she's listening to the one where Derrick and his wife is sitting down, and the wife
just 3 days ago.
Yeah, just
a day ago.
Two days ago. So
March 23rd.
Okay. Do you want to finish watching that, or
no?
Or you want
basically, he's saying that he did all of this, and he told her everything from the day he did it all the way to the day he stopped. And she said that she understands it. She, from what I understand, she's saying that she's been getting a lot of messages about why you're letting him do this, that, and the other. And she just wanted to say that she didn't get back involved with him till she was satisfied that all of this stopped.
Right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, where I haven't
See,
found,
I didn't even get all of that. See, you got to look at it a couple of times.
Yeah, I haven't found the other part where the other girl said, "Oh no, but what about this?" Mm-hmm. I haven't found that one yet. I'm quite sure I will.
It actually, if you guys go to Tasha K, shout out to Tasha K. She'll definitely bring the tea to you. Some folks like her, some folks don't. I actually like her, because I like to hear different viewpoints. I just don't want to hear the one viewpoint and go with that. And she always comes at a different viewpoint. You can agree with it or you're not, but she'll go ahead and bring it. And so what that was, and of course we'll let you listen to that or whatever. Tasha K brought I guess one of the ladies that was in the affair with him. Yeah, she brought her on, and that's the time frame that I was like, okay, I just need to understand that time frame. And that's why I was like, I'm not going to speak to it until I totally understand it. And you can't get upset with Tasha, because all she did was, this lady wanted to come and she wanted to speak, and Tasha gave her a platform to speak. Simple as that. Mm-hmm. There's some other YouTubers that I like. I like Nosy Hoax. I like her. She's very sassy. She's another blogger that I like to go ahead and shout out. And of course, my girl Wendy Williams. And those are three different type of personalities. And I like to hear like what everybody's saying. I just don't want to hear, how people, they just want to hear the one narrative and that's it. That's it. They don't want to hear nothing else. They don't want to hear nobody else's viewpoint. They only want to hear the viewpoint that agrees totally with them. And I'm not going to always agree with what Wendy Williams, Tasha K, or Nosy Hoax say, but I do like to hear what they have to say, because in between all of that is the truth. And that's just a simple fact. Everybody's going to tell the story. If they hear it, they're going to tell it how they hear it and how they're going to say it. And then somebody else is going to be like, oh, but wait a minute, y'all forgot about this.
Yeah.
But the whole thing, and the reason why I was like, no, I'm going to have to tap back in, because the whole thing, that's the issue that I have. And that's where I'm like, okay, if you guys can show me where this woman is having a nervous breakdown, please show me.
No, she's not having a nervous breakdown. Not at all. She chose to wear her clothes the way she did. And there's nothing that you and I can do about it. If I put a wrap on my head and say, let's take this, mm-hmm. Although I would have a hat. But if I put a wrap on my head, let's take this. I looked at her because I have the newer phone. I'm able to actually look at this lady's face.
Oh, she was
She
able to
be
look at the bumps and the
yeah,
crevices and everything
yeah.
up in her face.
She not bad now. Her eyes are done, her hair is done. So it's not like that. She's just going natural for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Now I didn't get too far. I'm only 4 minutes in, but this is that they're both of them are there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, him and his wife, and they're talking. And first he came on first, and he said I did tell her everything.
Mm-hmm.
And prior to this, I heard another part. Y'all got to forgive me. I came out here and started eating some food and drinking my coffee, smoking my cigarette, and I was like, oh shoot, I gotta listen to the video. So, but he did say that he did mess around, and that he didn't that his wife did not take him back until they were fully, you know, everything was done, everything is over. So that means that this man has given himself to her, and then he turned around and he gave himself to God first. Then he went back to his wife and asked for forgiveness.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing, because that's the part that people are jumping at him apart. Like, I'm playing a devil advocate right now, and what I'm hearing, because I said I'm not going to speak to him anymore, but what I'm hearing, what people are saying, that you're saying you gave yourself to God and all this other stuff, but yet and still, why are these women still coming up and saying,
because that's old stuff.
That's old news. See,
And
that's the muddy timeline.
Girls, they may feel like we had a special bond.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we breaking up?
Mm-hmm.
And they may be hurt. Or that one particular girl may be hurt because she was the last one that came on, correct?
Yeah, and that's the only part that I kind of, as we go on, I'm gonna research it a little bit more. Like, when was she in the picture? That's the only part that I'm kind of confused. Like, when was she in the picture?
So you want the details, and I don't think you're gonna get that.
That's the thing. We're not. Nobody is going to get the truth, unless this young lady, the young lady that come on the scene last, unless she comes on the show and she speaks and she gives receipts on it, we're really not going to give it. Although she was on the Tasha K show and she was on Nosy Hoax, I didn't listen to the entire thing of Nosy Hoax, and I did listen to a little bit of Tasha K, but I came in like on the ending of it. So that's what I mean. I got to go back and listen to the video a little bit, and see like what is she talking about and everything, and then I haven't heard him speak up anything about it, but I think what he's doing right now, hopefully he can
trying to get in front of it.
Yeah,
that's kind of late. She got in front of it a while ago.
Well, I think what happened is that, and it always happens this way, and this is only me speculating. I don't know if this to be the truth, and I'm not going to say it is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm thinking possibly might have been happening is that the reason why they even came forward in the first place, because they done pissed somebody off, and they said, we're about to tell
it was right in there.
Oh, it was? Yeah, he did say that.
No.
He didn't. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to say he did say that.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't hear that part. But when I was going in here, right here,
Mm-hmm.
Stop deflecting before exposure. And that was...
So stop deflecting it before it really exposes you. That's what somebody else said.
Yes.
I mean, I
didn't get to that video. That's 22 minutes. And you was already, I heard you saying, I'm coming on here talking about, like, oh man, I didn't even.
Oh, that's only because I told people 15 minutes. I had to switch phones, and it took a while to even get it onto this phone. And,
well, I was out here eating, smoking, and enjoying this outside.
I'm loving it outside. I think I'm gonna do my commentary until it gets hot. When it gets hot, I ain't gonna be able to sit out here.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. When my show is on, I'm sitting in my car.
Mm-hmm.
I'm smoking my cigarettes. I'm drinking, and I'm eating, and I'm sitting there, and I'm enjoying it. And I'm going every time I want to hit a topic. I turn the light on quick, read it, and then I turn it off. I'm enjoying myself outside. I haven't went as far as to go outside of my on my ooh, background, my Jack. But anyway, this is the first time, and I apologize because I've heard this since Wednesday on another show that we listen to from time to time on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
And then
we could go ahead and say their name, right? Can we? Hey. Oh, we're doing the talk, but look, it's an avatar. It's pretty cool. It's cool.
Well, we could. Can I say their names?
Well, we're not going to discredit them. We're giving them credit. I suppose we could say the name.
Okay, the credit on this one happens to be we listen to drug talk from time to time, and it's only for adults. It's not for children or people that guide their life as a man of God. Because in the beginning of the show, they are awesome. They don't curse really. They talk, and you get to hear actually the subject they're talking about. As the time goes on, about 12 o'clock, he tells everybody to put them kids away, and all men and children, men of God, children, just going off the feed because we get ready to get serious, and they get nasty serious. So my thing is, they did bring it up, and they felt a lot of ways as men, because it's men on Drunk Talk, that men were actually talking about it and saying, how do you feel about it and stuff. And they felt like pretty much like us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, but with a twist of a man.
I never thought, like, what would be the dude's reaction in this? Because, I'm going to be honest, and guys, forgive me, I kind of felt like...
You don't think of men talking about it among themselves.
Well, it's not that. What I kind of thought, like, a guy would kind of be like, brothers being exposed. What the hell? I don't know. Like, just you about to expose. But it's not like that.
Then they talked about it regarding in their life. How did they feel about it? Would they want to be exposed that way?
Right.
And was it right that because the way he carries his life is that the way that a man should do? How are you going to be hypocritical and say one thing and do another thing? Right. So they did bring that up, but as far as they talked about how people talked about the young lady, the wife in the video, where she's all not dressed and the other one is all exposed. Well, that girl, from what I see, was taking a Photoshop. You understand? She was taking a photo time where her breast was exposed and her hair was done. Mom and her eyes was done. Exposed. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know what that girl looked like when she not exposed like that.
They call those Instagram models.
Okay, whatever. We don't know how that girl is going to come off like that.
They call them Instagram models.
Of course, she has a warrior moment too, but she just don't expose the picture of her warrior moment.
Well, there was a picture of her, and she had this red gown on, and like Mama said, her chest was exposed, her leg was all out. She was looking hell of a sexy, so she can dress up. And
we're talking about the wife.
The wife. Okay. We're talking about wifey, which kind of brings me to this, right? Come on now, who dresses up 24/7? Who? And the thing is that she's not a social media buff. And people who, like myself, that's on all types of platforms, I'm going to want to put on a little bit of makeup before I take my picture, right? But not everybody's that way. Some people don't see, some people, social media is just a name in their vocabulary, but it's not something they really think about.
They don't do it.
They don't think about.
She's not out there being a woman guru. She's being herself in her home. Yeah. This is her house. And I looked at this lady's face, and she's beautiful.
She's a beautiful woman. And I saw somebody put up a remark, and they were like, she was dressed in some kind of suit or something. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the suit was kind of masculine or whatever, but she had like a little nice pizzazz to it type of deal. So they were like, somebody said, well, if my wife dressed like this, I probably would cheat too. I think that's unfair of that statement. But to be honest, to be honest, the person who made that statement probably wouldn't have dated or married anybody that would dress like that in the first place. It's your preference, you know?
I mean, come on. When I first got married, I don't believe that my first husband, I don't believe I was dressing all of that glamorous. You know, it's according to what that man sees in the woman.
Well,
He might have
Mama,
seen love.
you always had that flair. You had that flair. I saw some pictures of you back in the 70s with your head wrap and your flare pants and your little long cigarette hanging out the side of your hand, like cha-ching, cha-ching.
But some people don't dress like that. Is that necessary? You know,
I had a friend.
she had to see something in her for him to fall in love with her.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you something. I had a friend a long time ago, and I mean, we're still associates or whatever, but we moved away. This is prior to Facebook, because you know, on Facebook you can catch up with anybody anytime, and she's not on Facebook like that. And you know what? It's kind of typical of her behavior, because back in the day, she never dressed up. She never dressed up. She never put makeup on. She never did her hair. You know,
She didn't think it was necessary.
She didn't think it was necessary. Her husband was like just ultra. I thought he was like very good looking. He was a good person. And those two together were good together. Well, guess what? When it was time to go out and dress up, girlfriend showed out everybody in the block.
Because they didn't expect it.
They didn't expect it, and she looked good. And maybe this is this girl's. And the thing is,
it might be this lady's demeanor.
It might be her demeanor. So I understand. I know people like that, you know. I'm gonna be honest. On low key, I'm like that too. If I can just go out. Being that I'm on social media now, I'm a little bit more self-conscious. I'm not gonna, and that's just me. That's just me. But if I can go out with a band on my head and some sneakers and a torn up pair of pants and a shirt and go do my business and come back home not having to go through the whole process of dressing up, I would do that. And
I do it.
I bet you about eight out of 10 women would probably prefer the same thing. Now I do have some friends on the other hook that you will never see what their original face look like. Never. You will always see painted on eyes, eyelashes, makeup galore. They wake up out of the bed, and before their husbands could see them, they're in the bathroom dressing up and putting on makeup, putting on perfume.
That's just too much work.
It is. It's too much.
I mean, if you don't take me to what I am, your breath is bad. Shoot, I wake up and what makes you think your breath ain't bad?
It's called morning love breath. Good morning, honey. I love you.
And you know your armpits stink, and you've been sweating all night. What the hell? You think I'm supposed to? That's just too much damn work. And if you don't want to mess with me, wait till I take a bath. Let it go. Let it go.
You will get all of this after I take a shower, and then you get that. Okay?
And really, seriously, it is not a necessity, but I understand her. Mm-hmm. I understand her. You got me in the middle of listening to her. So
yeah,
this thing that we're doing is because everybody else is doing. I understand it. We want to know exactly, but I'm like you. I want to know details. What, according to him and his wife had disagreements or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. And so they broke up. He went out on a fling. He went stupid.
Flings.
He got stupid.
He didn't care.
Exactly.
He was getting high. He was getting drunk.
Well, I didn't hear all of that yet.
Well, I heard him say something about that.
Well, I didn't get there yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you telling me stuff that I don't know. That's okay.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
But the point of it is that he went out. He did these things, and he didn't do it while he was with her. People. That's what he's trying to say. I don't know if this is true, because other commentators that I heard on these videos said, liar, liar, liar. These are men. Liar, liar, liar. What the hell? Why are you up in that man's face like that?
But okay, on side note, just to be the humor part of it, I mean, a lot of these guys, like I do see some guys putting up, should we sue him for ruining our ruining our relationship? Listen, my wife done gone listen to you, and now my ass is sitting in the doghouse.
So y'all gonna sue the man? The man ain't got but a pot to piss in. He barely keeping his house up. Come on, stop. And now that he's no longer a guru, he ain't got no money.
I don't know. I think you need to look at that video. What I did see, I mean, I'm not hating on it. I'm like, ooh, okay, that's your game. Okay. What I did see when they were giving like the little like monies that you give him to say, you know, like I like your show and stuff like that, which I thought was pretty cool. I did see him he got 2 gifts of $10,000 a piece. So just by them being on that video and talking, they got $10,000. Like one person 10, another person gave.
Did you not see the house they're in?
The house
they
is
gotta
gorgeous.
Pay mortgage.
The house is gorgeous.
You gotta pay mortgage. Gotta feed the family.
I'm not hating.
That
I'm not
10
hating.
grand
Look,
nowadays.
if y'all want to put 10,000,
1,000,
as you can see, my Cash App is right up in the air. $DDWLive. LIVE. I'm not stopping nothing. Y'all want to put a little change?
Something.
I'm not gonna do nothing strange.
But listen, 10 grand. I can spend 1,000 in 5 minutes sitting there paying my bills. What the hell?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna pay your mortgage. Then you're gonna pay your car note, your insurance. You are left with maybe 4.
Look,
so now
all
you got
I'm
14,000 to pay
all I'm
next month.
saying, she ain't messing with no broke nigga. That's all I'm saying. Okay. She ain't messing with no broke. The broke. She ain't messing with no broke nigga.
Well,
that's what it's
all
doing.
I know is that now he's not gonna be that way anymore. He's gonna have to come out on another way because his life is ruined. Because the last 3 days, that's all people have been doing, ruining his life.
Well, she needs to write a book. She needs to step. If they're gonna do that, they need to switch the terms. She let her step up in the spotlight. I think people would follow her. I would. I want to hear how she's overcome all of this, because on a different note, right? She was the wife that was cheated on multiple times, that had to deal with
how she had to deal with it.
when you feel like, okay, this is the guy I'm with for the rest of my life, and under the wraps he's sitting and cheating, I want to hear how she overcome it. I want to hear, as a guy who went out there and he did cheat, we got to think of the mental aspect of it. Why did he cheat? What was the reasons? What was it that he felt that he wasn't getting at home? Now, a lot of people say it's because of the way she dressed or whatever, but we saw them about, all 5 minutes that they were live. We don't know.
7.06 minutes.
That's all we saw. We don't know. There could be other reasons. It could be something in her personality that just didn't jive with his, or vice versa. We don't know. So if they write a book about that, I would buy it. They can make their money that way. That's for sure.
Yep. Well, well. If you want to talk to a sister over here and let us know what's going on with you, ma'am, you got us.
There's 3 ways you can get us. You can definitely reach out to us by email. Actually, there's several ways. You can reach us by email, which is the DDWLive show. I got a different Gmail because the other ones, I don't know what happened to them. They got like, I don't know. It's like, I'm not good with phones or emails. It's like they come to me and
She's
they die.
Serial killer of phones, baby.
I'm
6 to 8 a year.
Oh no, it's not that.
Yes,
many.
it is.
It's not that many.
You're dropping them and you're cutting them up. You're breaking them up. Yes, it is. Is that on?
Yeah,
the voice.
Yeah, it's on. They can hear us because you remember you went on the other thing and you heard us, so they can hear us. Well, if they didn't, we talking to ourselves.
What's the other one? What's the other?
Okay, so the email is the DDWLive show@gmail.com. You can do lots with that email. You can request to be on the Momma Denise show. She has a radio show that's on 106tbcradio.com every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you can catch her on there. You could be a guest. She talks about political stuff, but she also talks about other stuff too. So
I can change my format. Drop a hat. That make no difference.
Well, I mean, it's hanging out with Miss Denise. That's what her show is. So you'll be hanging out. You could choose to talk about political stuff. We could talk about what's going on. Hence, the people that we're talking about. If you want to come on her show, say your word. Say it.
And then what's the other one?
And then also that same email, if you want to be on my show, you'd like to be a guest on my show, you're more than welcome to do that. And my show on 106tbcradio.com comes on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time You can go ahead. I talk about everything from matters of the heart, issues of what we got going on. And then also I talk about what you got going on, whether you're an actor, a singer, a dancer, somebody that's talking about political stuff, somebody that just want to talk. I talk about that on my show. And if you would like to be on the DD Walker Live YouTube show, where mom is my co-host from time to time, and you like to talk to both of us, definitely go ahead and put that preference in there and we will make it happen. But all you got to do is use that email. And also with that email as well, if you are an artist out there and you've got music that you would like to showcase, or you know somebody that else has music that would like to showcase, go ahead and send it to that email again, which is the DDWLive show@gmail.com. Send it to there. Send us an MP3. Do not send me a wavy file. Do not send me a link to your YouTube. Do not send me your SoundCloud. Do not send me anything else but an MP3, because if you send me something else,
it will not be aired.
It will not be aired. But if you do send me an MP3, a sister will hook you up. I will talk about your song. I will showcase your song. We'll put it into rotation. You do us a favor, we do you a favor. That's how we do.
And she might even put you on YouTube with her.
Yeah, baby. So if you want to do an interview, I've already, one of our we kind of did like hey, you chillax with us and I'll chillax with you. He became a DD Walker Live wine glass supporter, and in return I put him on the show, showcasing his music. I mean, we're helping each other out, because right now this is a new YouTube channel. People out there is just starting a business. It's a wash hand type of deal.
Yeah. And then if you want to get political, now be careful now. You have Joe of Time's Up. So when you get on there, be careful, because when he comes on my show from time to time, and I wind up fussing with him because he always saying something that I know that we, the public, do not tolerate. So be careful.
And his show comes on every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What is that? 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you could definitely be on that show. So just that email that I gave you, that's the key, that email, the DDWLive show@gmail.com. Put your request on. I mean, if you want to be on all the shows, you are welcome to come on all the shows. That is more marketing for you. You can go ahead and do that. So anyway, we're going to come off of here. Thank you for listening. Yes, I had to tap in. I think we're going to be talking about this for a couple of minutes, because we still got to do some more research. And unless you guys can come up with some receipts, show me where this lady is melting down. Okay, you can give me some receipts. I'm there. I'll put you on. I'll
so that's
listen.
What you meant by receipt?
Yeah, receipts.
If you can prove to you that this person,
you know how you go
show
shopping.
it to me. Just don't talk.
Don't.
What did you say? Show me the money.
Because you know how some people, they be saying such and such and such, and then when you look, like, I'm not seeing it. Like, I'm looking, I don't see it. I'm sorry, guys, I don't see it.
At this point, I have mad respect for this lady. I don't care.
Yeah, I see her as a warrior. I felt like,
and if you guys don't know what warrior means,
honey, I see her
you
as
have
a
no idea.
Warrior.
So that means when you come to my house and you knock on my door and I open the door and I'm in my bathrobe with my clothes underneath it, but I'm in my bathrobe, you gonna look at me a certain way?
Oh, they probably will, because I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know why. Like, because, like, I'm going to be honest with you. When she was doing the video, before anybody said anything about the way she was dressed, I already knew they were going to go in on her. Because if you look at him, right, he's this muscular, tall dude, very handsome, right? And then you was expecting to see whatever, and then you see her and she's like got a bonnet on her head, some sweatpants. I was like, oh, they're gonna go in on her.
No, she had jeans.
She
had jeans, black jeans,
black jeans,
gray jeans.
Black jeans. She was.
I got those jeans, baby girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with you.
Yeah, she was, and then she goes and she says, I was in warrior mode, and she said a prayer and a covering over herself too. So what I would, if I was her PR person, again, I would say, you said your thing, baby girl. We heard you. Step back. Step back. Let them, because right now the water's boiling, and if she comes back out again, they're gonna go in on her. It's just, and if he comes back out again, they're gonna go in on him. They need to go on a little well needed family vacation. You know what I'm saying? Spend some time with their kids, relax, take that cell phone, put it in a bucket at the door. Don't answer it. Only, just have the regular phone in the house to where only family members that you trust and love call you, and tell them it better be an emergency, and just enjoy your life. If I was your PR person, if I was your PR, but I ain't, and I'm not a PR person for that. So, but if you want to hide, no, it's not. Anyway, I'm going to come off of here. We're going to enjoy the rest of this day. It's got so relaxed. I love this time of the year when it gets later. Like it stays like lighter later. The trees are starting to bloom. I love this. I really do. So we're going
I
to.
don't like sinuses, and that's what it does. I love the way it looks. I just don't like the sinuses.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Better go get some night grill. But anyway, adios, people.
Bye.